Alarm clock didn't care about the cold. 5:30 a.m. Mark stared at the ceiling, watching his own breath vanish in the dim light of his room. Outside, the city was a graveyard of ice and gray concrete. His bed was a sanctuary, but he knew if he stayed under the blanket today, he would stay there forever. At the entrance of his building, he ran into Dan. Dan was stumbling home, smelling of cheap gin and late-night music. He looked at Mark's running shoes and laughed. "Still at it, Mark? Why? You're wasting your youth on a sidewalk that doesn't love you back?" Mark didn't answer. He couldn't. His lungs were already bracing for the first hit of freezing air. For the first mile, every step was a question. Why am I doing this? His knees ached. The wind felt like a blade against his skin. He saw the lights of the bars through the fog, and for a second, he hated his choice. Weeks turned into months. The results were invisible. He didn't look like a hero in the mirror. He just looked tired. He watched his friends on a screen. Their lives were a highlight reel of parties, laughter, and warmth, while his life was just the sound of rubber hitting the wet asphalt over and over and over. There was a Tuesday in mid-January when the storm was so bad, the buses stopped running. Mark stood at his door, dressed in his gear. He felt the weight of every failure. Every day he wanted to quit. He looked at the shadows. That night, he didn't run to get fit. He didn't run for a trophy. He ran because the version of him that stayed inside was a man he no longer wanted to be. He ran past the bar. The music was still loud. The people were still there, but they seemed smaller now, like ghosts trapped in a loop. As the sun finally broke through the winter gray, Mark stopped at the top of the bridge. His heart was a drum. His skin was burning despite the frost. He hadn't changed the world, he hadn't won a race, but as he looked down at his steady hands, he realized he had built something that no party and no drink could ever give him. He had built a man who could no longer be broken by a cold morning. He turned around and headed back into the city, ready for the day.